Anyway, in this video we're checking out this FPV camera from AKK. Not exactly sure what the name of this is. It's just a backpack camera that works with the Oscar's Backpack VTX that I have on here. You can see that there's a camera already attached to this Backpack VTX here. It just basically goes on to the back here. I'll take the other one off here, I'll show you that in a second, but this is basically what the camera looks like. So, camera board, sensor, and you got your lens. It's a 1.6 millimeter lens. This one here is a 16:9 sensor version. The other one is the 4:3 sensor version. 1/3 inch CMOS sensor. This one has the 1.6 millimeter lens and 160-degree field of view, and it is PAL NTSC switchable via the OSD. And there's a controller joystick here that you can use to change your settings. I'll show you that here in a second. But what's interesting is it has a voltage range of 4.2 to 5 volts. Also for the backpack, this one also has a voltage range. I think it says it goes 5 volts. Yeah, 5 volt input range. However, it runs totally fine off of a 1S LiPo as low as I think 3.3 volts, I believe. It was still powered on, so yeah. I was wondering if I could power all this up via 1S battery, and it works totally fine. As you can see here, I created this totally ghetto backpack or FPV setup here so I can put it on a plane. So it's basically totally independent of anything else. So you can just put this on pretty much anything really, plane, a car, a boat, and it will, you can control it FPV or get FPV back. And I'm using this little Emax Nano antenna with an MMCX connector. This whole little thing. Nice little package. This is just some dense foam that came with some bind and fly drones. I just cut that up so that I could mount this here and use some rubber bands to hold the camera onto that. This works totally fine. I already flew it a few times on Volantic's Ranger 750. You get plenty of power on time from a 1S 450 LiPo. So let me go ahead and take this apart, and I'll show you the camera and the onboard settings. You can change a few settings, but it's not as feature rich as a lot of the bigger, like 19mm cameras. Okay, so this is what the backpack looks like assembled. You can see there's some connectors here on the back of the camera. This one here is on the left is the connector that goes from the camera to the video transmitter, and then you do have to solder up some wires to the back of the video transmitter, which is basically the 5 volts ground and the video signal from the camera. And then this other connector here is for the OSD controller board, so we'll go ahead and plug that in. And this video transmitter is capable of smart audio if you want to hook up to a flight controller. Obviously in this situation it's not, but then you can just use the button here to change your bands, channel, and power, and of course those are in the instructions for the backpack here. I already did a video on this one, so I'll put a link down in the description for this video if you want to know how to set that up, so I'm not going to cover that. But the parts here, the screws and these little standoffs here are included, so you can connect the video transmitter to the camera. So it's actually pretty simple, just 2 screws on this side and 2 screws on that side, and it just holds together pretty nicely. Nice little package there. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, power it up. Okay, so I got the camera powered on here. It's a pretty nice image. It's not bad. Obviously, I'll show you some DVR footage here in a little bit. CMOS camera. I think it's kind of hard to see which one this is mostly similar to, but it's going to bring up the menu here, and you kind of see it looks sort of like a Caddx type of camera. I'm thinking maybe like something like a Micro F1, something like that, Micro F2, maybe an SDR2. I'm not 100% sure. You guys can look at the video footage and let me know what you guys think of the camera. I'm on a plane this time, not in my usual spot, so it might be a little different from what you've seen in other videos, but it's got the normal settings here. Automatic exposure, white balance, day night, video settings, language. So all the stuff that you can change here is going to be in video settings. So contrast, sharpness, color gain, digital noise reduction, and NTSC PAL, and you can switch there, and then wide dynamic range. So these are all the settings that I've used for the flight demo. These seem to look pretty good. Let me go ahead and show you a little bit of the image here. Actually, let me get rid of the menu first. Here's a look at my really messy workbench. I think I got like 4 builds going on at the same time right now. There's a toothpick build I'm working on right now. But just give you an idea what the image kind of looks like. It's hard to really say what it looks like from the monitor, but yeah, it's not bad. And here is the actual flight footage from the airplane that I flew. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What you think of this camera and the setup and the image and all that. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.